Why isn't keto more popular? I learned about keto 10 years ago after reading one of Gary Taubes' books. It made a lot of sense to me. I then tried it and lost a ton of weight. I was completely sure that in the future everyone would be convinced of its benefits. Clearly I was wrong. Why is keto not more popular than it is? People are addicted to carbs. Money. Plain and simple. Just look at what the food industry has done to the latest food pyramid. Eggs are bad for you now. Boxed, processed frosted mini wheat cereal is good for you. Just go read The Big Fat Surprise. And you'll see why it's not more popular. There are literally hundreds of millions of dollars spent on doctors and politicians from the food industry to make sure it's not more popular. It runs counter to all mainstream nutritional advice. Because people bring donuts and biscuits to work to share. Food industry needs people eating commodities, wheat, sugar, seed oils. Many people I know who have tried it can't get past the induction. They feel like they're dying and going back to carbs cures them, which reinforces the belief. It doesn't help that most people are going to agree. Carbs are cheap to produce and people buy. Big Food would lose millions cutting carbs. Because it involves depriving yourself from something you want. Same with gym memberships or working out. Brainwashed by corporations who want to sell us corn, colored dye, and seed oils mashed together into different shapes. Cheap and easy to make. So they make lots of money from selling the slop to us. People who eat sugar corn circles floating on nut juice and oil soup for breakfast nag us for eating a non-heart healthy breakfast of meat, eggs, mushrooms, and avocados lol. Carbs are cheap to produce. In fact, the government subsides them. Healthcare is a profit-run business. People are brainwashed about what's healthy. A lot of people profit off of others not being healthy. People are getting injections to lose weight as of recent. And look down on keto. And there's a whole propaganda machine to make that happen. Because bread is fucking delicious. Okay. I miss bread. Because it hasn't had 50 years of corporate advertising behind it. Marketing. The giant processed food companies don't make money on keto. So we are bombarded with junk food commercials. While the local farmer is struggling to make ends meet. Much less have a marketing campaign. This sub has 3.3 million members. That's an amazing amount of interest. At least. Compare to our sicko 247k or our lose it 3.9 meters for context. It's a lot more popular now than when I first started doing it. I mean, it isn't. Not sure where you're from. But I see keto low-carb options everywhere now. Restaurants. Grocery stores. Pretty much any place you can buy food. When I first started about 5 years ago, there was next to nothing available commercially. And I would have killed to have started now when there are so many options. It's not easy to do, is my assumption for why more people don't do it. The medical pharmaceutical establishment is stuck in the high cholesterol automatically bad statins mandatory mode. My 65-year sister has epilepsy, which is known to respond well to her keto diet, a higher fat, very low carbohydrate way of eating. Her total cholesterol is high. But statins cause her significant pain, so she stopped taking them. She recently got approval for a carotid artery scan, which showed 0 plaque, proving she did not need statins. The pharmaceutical industry's stock market value is dependent on promoting statins to everyone. It is popular. Everyone's doing it. Exercise is also good for you, and almost 100 of people wouldn't find that controversial. But despite that, people are doing that less and less too. Carbs are convenient. I would say compared to 10 years ago, it is much more popular nowadays, to where your average person has at least heard about it. Big stores are offering many more keto advertised products too, and the diet has essentially hit mainstream consciousness. The thing is, though, it is still a diet, and that's a great lifestyle leap. Any diet that people have a hard time adjusting and sticking to for a variety of reasons. Because it's the literal opposite of what we've been taught about nutrition. The food pyramid suggests half our calories should come from carbs. Half. So when you tell people you're doing keto, they act like you told them you just decided to smoke crack or something. Even if you're diabetic, people freak out at the idea of you eating less of the thing your body can't process. It's ridiculous. Because it isn't profitable. Buy less food. Eat more basic food. Avoid bullshit saturated in sugar and crap. Tell someone you're keto in passing, and 9 out of 10 times you're gonna get a haha OMG, I could never give up bread, pasta, rice. It's crazy how fast the addiction comes back. My partner and I had a couple of cheat meals last week on vacation, cannoli in Boston FTW, and I really didn't feel back to normal until yesterday. But the entire time after the cheat, my brain kept telling me, hey man, have some more, it's so yummy. It's just crazy. My opinion. Health professionals advise against it because they've been taught different. 2 keto dudes really highlighted this issue on their lovely podcasts a few years back. I had assumed it was just another bro science fad and ignored it. Then a buddy read one of Dr. Fung's books and cured his type 2 diabetes and was able to stop taking meds. I don't have diabetes. But he convinced me to read Dr. Fung's book, which convinced me to give it a try. Over 100 pounds later, and I am convinced and intend to eat low-carb OMAD for life. Literally for life. The sugar industry has their fingers in a lot of pies, including the government research that created that stupid food pyramid. It's hard to do. It's expensive. Because it's a fad diet and we're all going to die of heart disease. X200 BS. Don't blame people for being addicted to sugar carbs. Blame Bit Pharma. Sugar and wheat subsidies for corporations that own farms follow the money. Because it's hard. And people, generally speaking, suck at doing hard shit. Though, once you get the ball rolling and establish your dietary plan, it's pretty damn simple. Suppose that goes for most things. Because it is not a one-fix-all solution. Everyone has different needs, allergies, hormones, lifestyles. I do recommend everyone give it an extended period try before writing it off. It does have its major benefits. People think fruit and every vegetable is good for you. Grain products are still a major food group on the healthy food pyramid recommended dietary intake, and have been conditioned that salt, ABD, fat are the enemy. I had so many years of it that even when I understood the science and saw other real people's results, I had to talk myself through adding salt and butter to things. Low carb has always been popular. I just think people just see keto as something more difficult and more extreme than, say, Atkins, which they're more comfortable and familiar with.